G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the budget bike build, the CB250. Now, this is going to be a series of buying a bike, which we've already done. So we've got a CB250. It's a 2005 model. We paid $1,000 for it. We bought it locally here in Bendigo. It's all pretty much stock standard. Actually, it is stock standard. And what we want to do is change it to a brat slash scrambler type of bike. We'll show you some pictures of basically where we're going to try and get it. Now, I'm saying where because Matt is going to be in on it, helping out. Most probably us two butting heads. We already have
a little bit
butted heads.
Yeah.
He likes to spend money. I'm trying to save money because it's coming out of my pocket, not his.
Yeah. We'll call it creative differences.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's go out, check out this bike. Now, before we do that, actually, so, for you to understand as well, this when I say it's a budget bike build, it depends on which way you want to look at it, or, it's a, what do you call that, a relative term, yeah. You could spend 10 grand and call it a budget if you wanted to spend 50, but you went, no, I'll just spend 10 grand.
Yeah, we'll call it the low cost.
Yeah, no, it can't be because it's budget bike build. It has to be
budget.
Budget bike build, guys. So we've bought a cheap bike. $1,000 is a cheap bike.
That is cheap.
Yeah, you're not going to get a bike that's in this condition any cheaper than $1,000.
No, you're lucky to get it for 1,000.
Yeah. So we're now going to make the changes to make it look like a brat slash scrambler.
Yeah. Yep.
Doing it as cheap as possible. As we go along, then most probably you'll find there's like the rims, getting spoked rims.
Yeah.
If we find things that we don't do, but it's an option and it might cost a little bit more, hopefully we'll put them up and say, hey, if you wanted to do this and that type of stuff. But yeah,
we'll see. But
and about it's doing it in your own backyard. Obviously, this backyard's getting a little bit more technically advanced, I suppose.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah,
the tools and stuff are piling up.
Yeah, and it makes it easier to do jobs, less time.
Yep.
You still can, if you don't have an electric sander, you can still hand
sand. Yep.
If you can't do a bit of welding, you can always take it round to the local welder, pay him bloody $50 and he'll weld whatever you need welded up. Cool. Yep. Let's get out and see the bloody bike. Rightio guys, so that's obviously the bike. This is, if you watched the last one, this is going to be our list. Everything that we do will be costed on there and listed what we've done. Throughout it, we'll tell you where we get the bullshit from. So what do you reckon? We'll give them a quick look around the bike, then we'll go through the stuff that we're going to do to it, stuff that possibly we'll do to it.
Yep.
And then we've got the roadworthy inspection, our own little roadworthy inspection. But we'll get to that. Rightio guys, so here's the shots. Matt, you can just tell them quickly basically what the bike is and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, it is a 2005 CB250, absolutely bone stock standard, has had nothing done to it. We bought it from a bloke in Kangaroo Flat for $1,000. He used it as a commuter to get to and from work, which is exactly what the bike was built for. It's incredibly clean and tidy, doesn't look like it's been thrashed, it's been well maintained. And hopefully it's going to be a good starting point for a scrambler.
Yeah. So you don't like that instrument cluster?
I hate it.
Really?
I think it is ugly.
It's kind of like retro.
It's ugly as sin.
See, this is it, guys. This is where we're going to butt heads.
It is terrible.
But yeah, I'll most surely give you that one. Oh, because I'm so bloody generous.
Oh yeah.
There we go, guys. So that's pretty much all the way around it. As Matt said, stock bloody standard. Yep. Rightio guys, so we're going to run through a road with you. That's the little checklist that me and Matt made up. So this is what we know that you need to absolutely have right on the bike to be able to get the roadworthy passed. We're not mechanics, we're just average Joes. But we've done it a few times and we think that's pretty much the major things you've got to make sure that you got done right. I know people have liked when I've shown that before. Cool, so tyres. basically the tyres, they're no good, they're not going to pass, so we have to change the tyres on it. Lights and reflectors. All the lights, we've already done this pre-check, we've gone through, we checked the blinkers, rear and front, high beam, low beam.
Fun fact, no hazard lights on the bike.
Crazy.
Doesn't have them.
Yeah, we were looking and yeah, it just doesn't come with it, which is really weird. Reflectors, which is mainly the one on the back. They don't have side reflectors, that don't come with it from the factory, so that's not a problem. I'm not even 100% sure whether that's compulsory or not. The chain and sprocket, the chain looks in good condition, and the sprockets are all in good condition, and the sprockets are all straight. The little pieces that come up, they're not like curling over, so they're right. The brakes work. We've checked the front because it's got disc brakes on the front, and there's really chunky amounts of pad on it. The rear is a drum.
Can't really check it.
The way they'll check it is if it stops the bike, they'll go, yeah, well, they're not going to pull it apart to check it.
No, it's too much hassle on a bike.
Yeah. Wheel bearings, so wheel bearings, and that's just grabbing the tyre and shaking it just to feel if you've got any wobble in it, and they're perfectly fine, so that means the wheel bearings are okay.
There's no squeaks in motion either.
No.
No squeaking, no grinding, so you can just go.
Yep. There's no damage to the bike, and there's been no modifications. As we said, it's stock standard, so that's sweet. It's got mirrors. I forgot, I went to beep the horn and nothing bloody happened.
Yep.
But I stole the horn off this to go on Little Lucifer, which is now Lucy. So we've got to get a new horn for it. Oil leaks, so there's no visible oil leaks anywhere. It's as clean as a bloody whistle.
Everything is tidy.
And then the last thing is the compliance plate, the frame serial, and the engine number. Make sure you can see them and find them. And this bike's got all that, no problems. I think that's it. If anybody out there, we've missed something, put it in the comment.
And
and
see, can't have any rips in it.
oh, there you go.
That's a big
Make sure. Wow, that was the damage.
Yeah,
We had that covered in the damage.
Yeah. But yeah, the seat is.
But yeah, put it in the comment. Set us straight if we need setting straight.
Yep.
Rightio, guys. So, who's the bike for?
Well, Mum,
Yep.
basically.
So we're building it in the thoughts of Nay being able to ride this on the road and then also take it off road. Now, whether Nay will,
Whether she likes it when we're done or not.
yeah,
and whether
and whether she continues to use it or not, we don't know. So it might end up being sold. We can't give another one to bloody Matt, but we can. Well, this time it's my choice.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, you didn't choose last time.
No, exactly. That's
Fortunately,
right.
fortunately, somebody
That's
else.
thankfully for bloody Peter Hayden, you legend. But Matt will be able to, obviously, if we keep it and Nay keeps it, Matt will be able to use it as an off-road thing to come out.
Yep.
Whether it's with me and Alistair, obviously not in the really hard shit, but if we're just doing,
Doing the ramble or
yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like that bike will do the ramble, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we got that out of the way.
Yep.
That's it.
Cool. Let's go through our list.
Our list. Things to do. Knobby tyres. So we want to get knobby tyres for it, not crazy ones.
Yeah,
We
not,
wouldn't be
not
able-
full dirt bike knobbies, but
We're going to struggle, I believe, or I've heard. I haven't worked that out for myself, but because of the alloy wheels, apparently your tyre choice is limited.
Yeah.
So hence we've got over here are possibles. This is the stuff that we plan on doing. This is the possibles that we will do.
Depending on budget and whether or not we decide it's going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spoked rims, if we get spoked rims cheap enough and we can get ones that we can just fit in there without having to do bloody modifications of forks and all that kind of shit.
No wheel spacings, axles, bearings, all that sort of fun stuff.
Yeah. We'll put spoked rims on, then we won't have a problem apparently for putting knobby tyres on.
No, we'll have way more options.
Yeah.
Way more.
Cool. We're going to remove all the fairings off the bike.
Yep, all those plastics.
Yep, so it's going to be naked. Chop the front mudguard, so make it a small as much as we can within the roadworthy legal requirements.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now,
while still being practical for some.
yeah, well,
off-roading.
exactly. Yeah, that's it, exactly. The other thing is that the first thing that we've got to do is get it roadworthy. Get a roadworthy certificate for it, and then get it registered.
Yep.
The reason why we're doing that
is because with the seat going to a flat cafe scrambler type seat, we might have to modify the subframe, whether that be cutting it and welding a hoop on or something like that, and it may not technically be 100% legal.
Yeah, or we've got to go to the extra cost of getting an engineer's certificate because we've actually modified a part of the frame.
Yes, and
a major component of the bike.
That will be pricey. That will be very pricey.
So we figure that if we get it registered, then we're basically we can do whatever the hell we want until we have to sell the bike if that's what we do.
Yeah.
Cool. So new seat. So that'll be the brat. The long brat style seat, and then as we're talking about, maybe the subframe we have to cut it and then put a hoop on it to tidy it all up.
Yep, to make it look right.
New handlebars and grips.
Yes, the grips will match the seat.
Yes, and
that's a big one.
Yeah, and we were just looking. Hayley was here as well.
Yep.
We're looking at colours, and it wasn't the colour that I was thinking of. It's the colour that Nay would have went with, and that was white. Yeah. And Hayley and you both said
Yeah, I think white will be a good choice.
Yeah, and then tan seat.
With a tan or brown seat and grips,
Yeah, and the grips matching the colour of the seat. I actually saw a light tan one and it looked really good. So we might be on the same, no bloody fisticuffs.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So that was that. Change out obviously the mirrors and all the indicators, obviously make them smaller.
Yes. Less obnoxious.
Yeah. Oh, Nay's just here.
Deliveries. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Do you want to say hello? Yeah, that's all she's got. Cool.
Shit, that's
good.
That
is good. So we already mentioned about tail chop and loop hoop.
Yep. That is more than likely going to happen. I don't know that the subframe is going to be the right shape to.
No, and I think we'll want.
It might be.
Yeah. So if the seat meets the end of the subframe, and we don't have to chop it, but we weld a hoop on there,
we can't weld onto it.
Because
we can bolt onto it if we don't have to drill the frame.
Yeah, right.
As soon as we start actually playing with the frame, that's it. It needs to be engineered.
There you go. Cool. Bash plate.
Yes.
Put a bash plate on. I don't know whether we can buy one or we'll
I reckon we'll just buy a dirt bike one. We might be able to bend it or modify it to fit.
Yeah. If not, we'll be able to make something.
Yeah, we'll be able to make something, but I figure if we can get one cheap, then...
exactly. Yeah.
It just saves a whole lot of effort.
Now, so the possible, we talked about both rims, instrument cluster, because he doesn't like the instrument cluster.
No. Let us know what you think, but I think it's ugly.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's retro looking. It's fine.
No, I think we need just a single small,
tiny.
Well, not tiny, but smaller, round.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. I'll be easily swayed on that one. I reckon.
Yeah.
Now the exhaust. That's a real tricky one.
Yeah, this could be interesting.
Yeah. I really like the trumpet. The look. I thought that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like. If we were doing a cafe racer, I think it would work.
Yeah.
We could make that happen. But doing the scrambler, I think we need to do the high pipes.
Yeah. So obviously on the bike, there's a pipe on either side. They come down low and then flare out. Our choices will be to have them go the same way but come up higher and not have that big trumpet. Or we have it like a scrambler, a true scrambler would have, is the pipes coming out the side.
Yeah, both come out one side, shoot up, and dead straight across.
Yeah. But of course, that's budget and
that's
our know-how and whether we can actually,
whether we make one or whether we
buy a bolt-on.
Buy a bolt-on, or even go see one of the local exhaust places. They might be able to whip one up cheap enough because it's only a small little bike.
Yeah.
So it might be cheap enough. It might only be $100, $200.
Yeah.
And they just make one. We're done.
Sounds good to me.
Worth looking into.
Yep. Engine paint. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll know.
I don't think we'll know until we start pulling it apart.
Yeah.
It'll be a on-the-fly decision.
On the fly. Cool. Yep. Centre stand removal. So it's got a centre stand on it. And we looked at it, it doesn't impede on the clearance, because obviously we want to be able to take this off-road, so we want as much clearance as possible.
Yeah, and that's another on the fly, I think. Once those exhaust pipes are off, it might
be the lower.
It'll be the lowest point, and it's whether we think it's enough ground clearance or whether it looks funny or anything like that.
So it may come off, it may stay. And then there is the tank.
The tank.
So the tank has, the tank has that, where it meets up with the seat, it flanges down. Hopefully you're looking at a bloody picture that I'm showing.
Yeah, we'll throw them up.
And we think that's going to look a bit funky.
Once we have a flat seat, I don't think the flat seat butting up against it is going to look right. I think it's going to look weird.
Yeah.
I think it'll look, really funky. Although, we might be able to do the two-tone paint and hide it, sort of. Yeah.
We saw a picture of, was it the same tank? No, it was an older model.
It was an older model. It was
a squarer tank. But they had a two-tone, and that made us think, wow, I wonder if they did that to hide that back part of the tank.
And I reckon they did.
Yeah.
Because all of the frame and everything below the tank was all blacked out.
Yeah.
And then the hoop and frame for the seat was all black, so I reckon they've painted the black around the tank to blend it in.
And then you had the white part, and it just kind of like made the tank look normal.
It did, it made it look a lot more normal,
So that might be I reckon if we can pull that off, that'd be really good.
That would be good. It would save a lot of stuff around trying to find another tank to fit.
Yeah.
It isn't obnoxiously shaped.
Yeah, that's it.
But that way, we'll work that out when we go.
Yep. Alright guys, I reckon that's it. We're done and dusted.
Yep, I think so.
So this obviously, because we're not giving away the bike, there's no time scale to this. I don't have the pressure of making sure I've bloody got something every week and it's moving on and I'm going to meet that deadline, which last time I didn't meet the deadline. I was mostly 2 months off the deadline.
Yeah, you were a fair bit off by then.
I was way off.
Sort of blew out of...
I didn't expect the bloody Lucy, the bloody Virago 250 to be a rusted bucket of bolts.
No, not as bad as it was.
No. But yeah.
I think we've got a pretty good
bike
this time.
We've had a good look over it. It's pretty much sweet. I don't even think we'll have to touch the frame.
No.
Highly unlikely.
No, the frame's already black, so we don't need to really do much.
So every Thursday there will be a video. Obviously, so the first thing that we've got to do is get it roadworthy.
Get it roadworthy.
So we've got to find tyres. We've got to try and find knobby tyres to fit on the bloody thing, because we don't want to buy normal tyres to get the roadworthy and then change it out later. It's just silly.
Yeah, it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, that's it. So sometimes we might get a bit held up, but every week, every Thursday, there will be a video, even if it's just an update video to say, hey guys, we're still waiting on this and blah blah blah. We'll catch you next week. Hopefully it'll be whatever. So guaranteed every Thursday there's going to be...
There will be something.
Yeah, to come out.
Yeah.
Bloody ripper. All right, any ideas, information, whatever, leave it in the comments. Yep. And that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Keep on riding, guys, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.